Ohio. So we're gonna see how this goes. Ooh, I'm trying not to do that. I'm walking and my duffel bag is hopefully not messing up the sound. So, there's a wind. Yeah, we'll see how this goes because I have a lot to say. And we're just gonna go on a walk and talk about it because it seems like a great idea. So, that's what we shall do. So, I've gotten some information today. Some information that wasn't new. At least don't be blurry. If we're going on a walk, be on a clear walk. Thank you. What? I didn't zoom in or anything. Act right. So I've received some information today, and honestly, it's not new to me, but it makes me think a lot. And sorry, stop signs are like somebody has their blinkers on and the other person's also going the same way, and oh my goodness. That's all I can say. As you all know, I do tarot, right? And I hope you heard that because my head got turned. As you know, I do tarot, and through tarot, I'm able to fully understand myself better and others, my animals, even the spirit of things, whatever it may or may not be. Excuse me. And so it's really easy for me to know exactly what's going on, especially because my intuition told me first. And at this point in my journey, I've said it actually a couple of times in anything that I've ever written down, but it is imperative that I do not go against my intuition when I'm hearing it. And that's a big duh. But it's about, the people I love, the people that are closest to me. And I thank God that my situation is a lot different than some people's, simply because the information that I got was basically someone being jealous, someone not being actually on my team, and someone feeling intimidated because I'm doing this. And like I said, other people see me as successful, and I've just now truly felt successful simply because I feel it. I don't know, I just feel it. I felt it before, but it was like very fleeting. But this one is like, I feel like my time is now, and it keeps being told to me that my time is now too. So I'm really happy about these opportunities that are happening through whatever it is that I'm doing, and I'm learning how to do different things. And so even though it looks a little crazy right now, I like it. And learning that these people that are very close to me are not truly happy to see me thrive, and they actually hate it. It surprisingly made me really happy. It made me really, really happy because they're the type of people that claim to be cool. We'll just say cool. And they really are. But you're not cool unless you live in your truth. So I've been calling everybody lames, but I haven't actually. I've told a couple people. Actually, I think I told all of them. But I don't say it in a way to hurt them. I just want them to know how lame they're being. Because in the instance of me being who I am and doing what it is that God called us to do, because we're all a part of this journey. And yes, I do mean the world. We're all a part of this journey in general to the light. But no, my circle of friends, but they're more family than anything. My circle of family, they are part of the twin flame journey. And through us, they are learning. And through God, they are learning. So the fact that they are paying so much attention to me, that they're so upset at what I'm doing because it means I'm getting further away from them, it makes me happy. And you might not be able to see anything unless I'm looking at the water in a minute, so we'll see how it goes. It makes me really happy because I've been wanting them to push themselves out of the 3D complex that we've all been taught to live in. Yeah, y'all can't see nothing. There we go. We'll pretend you can. And, you know, it wasn't easy for me either. And I've been very open about it not being easy, but I've also been very, I could say guarded, and it is true. I had to be so guarded in the beginning. In the beginning, I had to be so guarded that it took so long to let my guard down to even know what that meant. Because leading up to that point, I didn't think it was even that, like hard to let my guard down. I didn't know that I think it's because we grow and we learn how to put our guards up. We really do. And the next step was being vulnerable with not only them, but myself, and especially with God. So looking at myself in the mirror, and at lots of points I didn't have a mirror to look in the mirror at, so this is actually quite ironic. But me, I do like mirrors, so I did obtain mirrors, and I do like to look in the mirror, and I'm always looking at myself, and I'm always trying to figure out how can I be better today than I was yesterday. And my friends, they always hear me say that because that's something that's really, it's an everyday thing. it's never changed, not once. Because if I slip up, I'm dead. It's done. It's a done deal. That's the only way I can die. And honestly, I don't think that I can actually die from that, because I don't think it's actually in my genetic makeup to like actually give up, because then I would be dead already, like way before this even started. And I am a wuss. Like I don't like being in pain, like unless it's like, oh, that's a bruise. Actually, I don't even get like there. I don't get hurt, but I do, but not on purpose. So yeah, and I'm glad, because who would have thought that things would actually get better in my head space, in my heart space, and you know, and that's a beautiful thing to be able to say. So those people that are watching me, that are not rooting me on, they are indeed my family, all of them. I have mentioned in a video before that my mom insulted me. Backhanded, so insulted. It wasn't like straight, like they never insult me to my face, because we're so good at handling that apparently. And so out of fear, they become deceitful and lie to themselves, but they never actually can lie to me, because I always see them. But God always tells me that I need to pay attention and be patient with them, because you can't force somebody to tell you the truth if you already know the truth and you know why they're not telling you the truth. But they have come a long way. They've come an extremely long way. And I believe that we're at the precipice, not even at the precipice, I'm tired of hearing that actually. I've been hearing that we're at the precipice of everything for like a cool half a year now. Transitions and change, they take so long sometimes. Oh my goodness. So we're not going to say that, because that's not where I feel like I'm at. But at the same time, I feel like they are really at a point in their lives where they're really noticing that what I was talking about is happening And they knew it was going to happen, and now it's scary, and they don't want to lose me, and they don't want to be left behind, and they don't want to be looking like the loser. They don't want to be left without me specifically. And as much as I've told them I love them, you can tell a lot of people you love them, but if they don't love themselves, they can't understand that. And I've been in that shoe. However, when somebody tells me they love me, after all the things that after all of the rejections that I've been through in my way, because I've never actually just put myself out there and did certain things. So like in my own way, I've been rejected multiple times. And at this point, I've definitely been rejected in my own way multiple times. I'm very comfortable with rejection, and yet it is still kind of scary in its own way, because I'm like, dang, I really did put a lot of work into this and all that stuff, but like I haven't really done anything to say anything. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've tried out for the Terrell show a good 3 times now. But I'm still getting on that show, and you see there's that positivity. And that's the thing, that my loved ones, this video really is for you. But it is for everybody, because we were also thinking about other things on the walk before we turned this on. And it was simply that, oh shit, I didn't mean to say it like that, but like I was thinking a lot of stuff, and it all goes together too. Of course it does. That's why we're talking about it. So I was walking and I was thinking about how none of them support me the way that I really wanted them to support me. And even though the people that say that they came around and they've started supporting me, I know the truth and have known the truth, but they've still come a long way, so that I'm so happy. And I've seen the change, and the fact that I see the change is I know that they're evolving as a person, as a unit. There's not just one of them. That's the thing. It's like I'm picking up on everybody's energy, and I already know. And so hearing about it, I was very like, I could put everything in its place, and I knew who it was, like I knew what was going down, right? So my intuition knows. And I was thinking about how people like to pretend sometimes that I'm not here. Like the people that actually know that I carry my backpack, I have my little duffel bag, and I got Pikachu in my arm. Like the people that live in their big beach houses and stuff like that, we'll say 1 or 2 of them I have met. They are cool. They are nice. We have nothing to talk about, so there's nothing else I can say about them. But they were open enough to say good morning. And on those days, I was very pleased and grateful to receive that good morning, because it is nice to be, a part of society even when you're not, because we're all fighting the same battle, but we all act like we're not, and we all act like we're not a part of each other. And that was what I was saying too, is that as much as I preach about saying we're all together in this and stuff, I feel like I say that out of defensiveness, because I truly do not feel like I'm one of you. But that's also a lie, because I can connect with everybody, and I know you can connect with me. And I also know that everybody feels that way too. We all feel like we're misfits, like we don't belong. But yet, those people that I'm talking about, the people I love, I feel like I belong with them even now. And it's such an interesting concept to that, because they are not rooting for me the way that I want them to root for me. But the fact that they want me to go back and do what they want me to do in the way that they want me to do it is speaking to me volumes. And it really isn't like, oh, so she thinks she doing this and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Like, they can say what they want behind my back. One day I will find out what that is. I'm sure they'll tell me. I'm sure it'll get revealed, right? But I literally have been by myself with God for the past 2 years. And I haven't been on and off with my significant other. This twin flame journey is definitely, it can be separation on and off, but it really wasn't on and off because we were together, right? And the only time we actually, broke up And I do still say that in quotation marks. Ain't that a crazy feeling? Forgiveness is something. It's like letting that whole situation go was good for me. But yet I had learned that I truly don't know what it's like to be in a relationship with anybody because I have been my own hero for the past 2 years. When I was freezing cold and it was raining, or it was too hot, or there's mosquitoes trying to fight me in the middle of the night and I'm just trying to sleep, when I'm going through all this crazy shit and I can't even call my parents and stuff, and not even that, my dad, who tries to say that I don't connect with people. Everybody tries to say I left them behind. You left me behind. And they know that. And they won't admit it. They all try to act like they are hiding themselves when they're in plain sight. And it's crazy. It's really crazy. Because everybody acts like that. And the more that I kept seeing it, the more I kept feeling so alienated in the world around me, because I am by myself, because I can't lie. I can't talk about things that don't matter to me, especially with the people that don't know anything about me. And I said it before, the people that are closest to me should know a lot. They should know the most about me. And I plan on them knowing more. But they still claim to not know anything about me, and that makes me feel alienated as well. It's such a ugly feeling to feel like nobody truly cares about what's going on with you because they don't understand. That's one thing. But to see that they care but don't support you, even though you've been the most supportive in their lives, is such a oxymoron to me. I don't know if I use that right, because I could use the word ironic, but to me, both words, they are interchangeable, and I don't actually know if that's true or not. So, but that's what's gonna happen right now. I can look up the dictionary version of each. It don't matter, right? And gonna expose myself again is that I might actually be racist against my own race, because not only do I not clearly know my own race, but in my reality, I've only seen people of my like color act up, and we've all went through that. We've all went through that. That's a whole thing. That was a whole generation of people growing up and learning that black really is beautiful. And I started to see myself differently. Yes, when I was little, I wanted straight hair. I didn't like my hair because I didn't like kids pulling on my hair. They tried to bully me, and that's not where it's at, because I was always a strong kid. But I really didn't stick up for anything unless it was like for my friend. And I do mean like friend. I usually had like one friend each year. And they were good, like they were cool until like we grew apart. It was whatever, right? And even the thing about it, to this day, is that I've had multiple relationships with people of my color, but I still refer to black people as them. And I do not say that I'm black. I always say that, well, I don't know if I'm black. I know that my dad's obviously some type of, African American of some sorts. But at the same time, my mom said that I was Southern white and Blackfoot Navajo Indian. Like it's a big deal that I have to know what my heritage is in the first place. One day I do plan on finding out. But up until this point, I really haven't even thought of like trying to fit in with the black community, because I have been talked to by those same people saying, why are you hanging out with white kids? And it was because they accepted me. It was because I got along with them. They were funny. I like what I like. I like Medea. I like Kevin Hart. They're a little juiced. The older ones, the older ones are better. The newer ones are a little bit too more commercialized. I don't really care for them, when humor, isn't as funny as it used to be. It is what it is. Get your bag. I'm probably still gonna watch it at some point because it's interesting and I like that show, whatever. But I've been afraid of telling people that I've been, like, if anything, my friends like to say that I'm Asian. And I think it's funny because it's very true. And you will learn that as you go on. And, sometimes I get a little spicy and I'll have like a little bit of an accent, like I'm speaking Spanish, but I'm not because I don't speak Spanish. But my mom does. And my mom even acts way different than the people around her. Like, we lived in an isolated household. And it wasn't isolated in a bad way. It was isolated because we're Sagittarians. We like our space. We do what we want. But we're in the house. And we are being hermits. And we barely talk to each other. But we grow and we love each other. Like, it's just a weird... It's not weird, but that's just my background. So, people can get upset if they want to. But it was the way I was raised. And I have been educated, in multiple different ways. So that makes me happy too, because I'm really not trying to be ignorant. That's not my thing. That's not what I'm here to be. And that being said, I do not identify myself as a black person, but I don't not identify myself as a black person. I don't think race is too important, but, if I make a joke about something like, oh, he can't drive because he's Asian, that's all in good humor. I feel like I'm in the wrong time where everybody's so sensitive about everything now, and I'm like, dang. But these jokes used to be funny and they weren't hurtful to anybody, really. But when you start actually being hurtful to somebody, that's different. But I'm like, what is safe and what isn't? And I feel like overall it stems from me not feeling like I'm even one of you, like a human in general. I'm not going to put myself above God, but I do identify myself as a goddess that really just came here to help, really came here to help the Lord. And I do genuinely care about the people that I talk to, the people that I found the happiness in being a human. And, the power in being a human is a big deal anyway, that people make a big deal and all that. And I understand it because I watch anime, and really only because I watch anime. They like to explain how humans can learn, how human emotions are everything. And genuinely, I just love anime, and they're humans too. But I don't know why, but every time when I see a character and they specifically say we're humans instead of like some type of different race that looks like a human, like elves, even they're technically human. Fairies, still human, but you get what I mean. Like angels, still human. We all came from the earth, right? It doesn't change what I am, who I am, what I've seen, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's such a, not a disconnecting feeling. It's just like I feel the need to be defensive because not one person is on my side, and it only has been God. And the people that have said that they are on my side, not even on my, okay, people like to try to say they're on your side, but they don't even really know you, so they can't really say that. So not really on my side, but like, they're like, because I told them, I'm like, people think I'm crazy. And I'm like, I let them know, the story, but they're like, oh, that's, like they're crazy for thinking you're crazy, and they're dead ass about it too. A lot of people like to say, well, where's your boyfriend? If you're really with him, if he really loved you, he'd be right here. And I was like, but you don't get it. You don't know what happened. I woke up one day and magic was real. I woke up one day and everything that I saw in anime was more like one step closer to me. And that's something that people don't even believe in. And I'm out here doing this by myself. And then people do believe in it, but why are they not anywhere near me? And we're all just living our paths and doing all this stuff. And the meek of the earth are learning from me and my own little family circle. And none of them are on my side because they want to stay in a negative circle. But they don't. And I try not to talk about it too much simply because I don't want them to feel attacked. But I want them to know that their experiences are important to the world in general, because you can't go through what anybody has went through on this earth and not say something about it, because my life is crazy. It's crazy in a good way, but definitely crazy. I'm always safe, but my own worst enemy is myself, if I decide it is. And it definitely has been that way if I let it be. And so praise the Lord, thank you, because you gave me everything I needed to be here today. And so moving forward, if I look like I'm being uppity, if I'm sounding like I'm talking with too much authority, please excuse me. I'm not looking down on anybody. I'm expressing the importance of the fact that we need to go home. I'm stressing the importance of we need to stop lying to ourselves. And that does include me, because I'm afraid to live in this power. And I will say afraid to live in this power as present tense, because this is something that I'm working through this video right now, even though you can't see anything. It's an audiobook. And because I'm so different in my own way, I love myself even more. But it is so scary to be vulnerable like that, because you don't know how weird you can be. And I don't know how weird I can be, but I know that I'm definitely a lot weirder than I used to come off as. I've always embraced my different sides of myself, but 3D conditioning, I've always had to have that stoic outer box in place because I was in charge of people, and I wasn't really allowed to show too much emotion when it came to like certain things, but I always did. I've always activated myself freely in the way that I live my life within the boundaries of which it is probably best for me to operate in. It was best for me not to get overly emotional with people because none of them have your back, you know? So, excuse that loud whatever it is. I'm nowhere near the street, and that was just so loud and unexpected, and it lingered. Good day, sir. Yeah. I really did plan on doing this video like where you could see me and I'm like talking and whatnot, but I never know when spirit really wants me to do something, and this was really important because this is a big deal for my growth. Why are you back? Praise the Lord, go away now. I may be positive, but I'm positive I don't like those noises when I'm trying to talk. Yeah, I think I manifested it because he's just making noise now. Yeah, I did that to myself. Praise the Lord. Anyway, a lot of the time in the cards, I keep hearing that none of them know how much I actually love them. They keep saying that they don't know if I'll reject them if they say something and all this stuff, and they just all in their head. And it is a mirror of myself, because I feel the same way. I feel that way with my dad because he's not my biological dad, and the way that we're not vibing at all right now, I do not feel like he loves me like he thinks he does. He doesn't love me the way that I want him to love me, because we all say we love our children, but do you love your child the way they want to be loved? That's a question you should really ask yourself now that your children are, small, and you have time to pay attention to their differences and their sensitivities and stuff. Like, pay attention to that question specifically, especially if he's not even a stepdad. He's my dad, but he is not my biological father, but he is my father. And as much as I've wanted to say these things to him, it's like he doesn't hear me, and I don't think maybe it's time, I suppose. So that's something that I have to be patient for. And my mom is learning too, but she's also choosing to be jealous. And not choosing to be jealous, but I just want people to be more open to me because I love them, right? And even though I won't openly be like, I love you, because I don't know you, unless I know something about you, your energy, or have seen something that really made my heart just do something, like Aurora, the singer. I've really been in her music for the past couple of days. She helped me get back on track because she lives in her spirit. Like, she lives in her weirdness. I didn't want to call it weirdness because a lot of people think of it as a bad thing, but I really think crazy and weird is a good thing, so I will call it weirdness. She lives in it, and she moves a lot like how I would move if I just let my body be, if I just let my body let. That's how I feel. And I've been so defensive with coming out and being like, well, the Lord is good and stuff like that. Like, people get defensive because I talk about God, and they're like, well, God loves me. And I was like, I never even questioned that. Like, I know he loves you. I'm talking about me, though. The Lord loves me. And it was a part of a story, like, how do you stay so beautiful? Oh, the Lord loves me. God loves me too. What's your point? Make a better point. Okay, but, are you fixing things in your life? Are you listening to him? Like, there's more to it than just that, Oh, God loves us. Why are your people dying? Because you're not listening to him. Because you're not paying attention. Because you're choosing to stay in your lies. Because you're choosing to wear a mask when you could be yourself. And as much as I would like to say that that is not me as well, as vulnerable as I am, as open as I am, there's like this little barrier that I'm letting go right now. So as much as I have tried to be authentic in the past, I have definitely been so, but I could definitely see how being stoic, I have a stoic nature. Tsundere, my anime fans, or anybody that just knows Japanese, it means it's like a love-hate type of thing, but it's not like yandere. I don't condone any of that whatsoever. Tsundere is cute, yandere is not. That's abuse. Don't do it, right? So I have a hard time when I get triggered easily. That's just really the answer to that question, like that statement, actually. I get triggered very easily, and whether I choose not to show it or to show it, it depends on, if it's best for me to do so or to not do so. I always take it into stride and pay attention to it and apply it in a way that'll help me, but it doesn't change the fact that I do get triggered, and I do mean triggered. And that really is what twin flame journeys are. The other person is supposed to trigger you and make you feel some type of way. My significant other, he, does not think that I love him as much as he loves me, but he's so wrong about that. I don't know how honest someone can be about that, but, and I don't think it's my place right now to say anything, because I've said everything that I can say. It's not my place. So the only thing I can do, that's what these videos are for, really, is I'm reaching out. I'm telling the truth to the world so that I can finally speak to someone other than God about what God has been telling me, about what God has been sharing with me about myself as well, and that is just such a feeling that I've been living in, even if I'm not technology savvy like everybody else. I am a new soul, so technology in general is very new to me. I'm good at figuring things out to an extent, but it's all based on my path. Not everything is for everybody. Spiritual things, anything that God has to say, he put it into earth, I got you, but like business, I'm fairly business minded too. I'm very well rounded. It's just really interesting how it's like it's like a very different side. Like, it only comes out when it needs to, and there are certain things like I just don't give two shits about, and that's okay. So I'm accepting my differences as well. But yeah, I wanted to say the racial thing. It kind of all just goes together, and that's why I have to like breathe to make sure that like nothing gets over explained, but everything gets explained enough, because it all does go together. But like, we're on certain important parts of it, like certain parts go together, so they have to be said together or whatever. So going back to the racial point that I made earlier, I do primarily hang out with white people. My significant other is Mexican, but he doesn't even speak Spanish either. We're mirrors of each other, right? And then my cousins, they're black, but I don't really know them. We went our separate ways as we got older. Life just took us that way. It is what it is. But other than that, Asians, they don't they don't normally stay in my world enough because I like them too much, and I think that I push them away through my energy because I'm like too interested in them. But like other people, I'm not really too interested in them, so it's easier for me to be around them, I suppose. But I guess that's changed a lot now. More Asians have definitely been hitting on me, so that's nice. It would be nice if that's what I wanted, but you know, the attention is, I don't know. I love myself, so it's kind of hard for me to like feel like I need to be hit on by people. I just want my boyfriend. That's really all I'm feeling right now. And that's not even kind of, it's been a long time thing. So, the racial thing I was talking about is that my whole image of how I see myself, the way that I feel like I'm an outcast of sorts, is because I still refer to black people as them. I still refer to black people as black people. I still refer to people as them. I refer to other people as them. The only people that are we are my family, my little circle, because they're such a huge circle to me. But even then, until I can say we with them, me and myself, we are we. Spirit, God, my angels in each one of my chakras, ego. Yes, me and ego are chill. And I do mean we had to get along. We got to work together, right? So the way that I see other people is the way that they're seeing me, because I see myself as not fitting in with them in any way, shape, or form, and that's reflecting like that. And so that is why I always sound defensive in some way. And it is because I am a know-it-all. I'm a Sagittarius. And it is because I'm always learning, so I'm always debating, but not debating because people like to debate with me. And I'm like, I want to know. I want to learn what we're talking about. So I'm not scared of it. You know, I don't shy away from a good discussion, especially if it's like a good discussion. Like, I'm not with being attacked for no daggone reason. Like, if you're trying to learn, I'm trying to learn. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I love that. You know, I'm listening to you. Listen to me. But that is me putting my heart on the table right there. I do not feel accepted by everyone because I accept myself, but I don't accept myself as a part of this world, because the only person that I want to be with is George. And the only people that I want to be with is my family. And they are running away from themselves, thus running away from me because I am the mirror. And so I do not feel accepted by anybody, especially because people accept me out here, but they don't really know anything about me, because I tell people things, but there's only so much you can tell people. Yeah, I'm a twin flame. By the way, I'm Mary Magdalene. And my boyfriend is Jesus Christ. And, you know, woke up one day and magic is real. And I do tarot, and I work with God, and my mom's a Christian, and my dad's a Christian. Like, what can I even say? Like, that's why these videos they have to be, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So nobody really knows me. And it does suck because I really do want people to know me. But I like the air of mystery as well. But, you know, I am over being covert, because this has been like an underground mission for a while now, and longer than I've even been on this earth. And I'm just ready to be myself in front of everybody as much as I can possibly do. And I've always been in that mindset, but you never know how ready or not ready you are until it happens. Every time I walk down the street past somebody, I have to make sure that I'm not pushing them out with my energy, because I instantly have a defensive shield because I'm so good at it now. Or I'm instantly picking up their energy too, because I can read it all over the face. And that's not even me projecting, because I have to make sure that I'm not projecting onto them, because I'm accepting them. It's funny. I accept people, but I don't accept myself enough to say that I'm a part of them. But yet I know that we're all the same, because I'm a nerd. I love looking at other people's personalities and understanding different traits of people and spirits and all this stuff. Like, I love getting into this. And so I think it's really funny that that's an issue for me. And I think it's just a really big part of my path. And I believe that it is also helping someone else out, because I've put it on this video that you can't see anything in. But I really hope that you heard everything that I had to say. So when you see me up there looking a hot mess because it don't look like everybody else's content, just let it be known that I thought it was at least 70% good before I put it up. Really, that rule is helping me out. Things are going up because I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good enough. This is good enough because I am good enough. I am good enough. And damn it, nobody can tell me different. And that's what people need to start saying to themselves, and they need to believe it. Because you can believe you're just a human in this experience, but like I said, I am a goddess. I know my path, which is why it's so hard for me to identify with everyone else, because I know where I'm from. But at the same time, I'm here. We grew up here. This is what we're here to do. So how can I not feel like I'm one of us? I was going to say one of you. One of us. Damn it. I'm doing my best. Really. I am with God, and that's all I can say. And some people might think of that as, stop getting your feelings hurt over dumb stuff. You're with God, then be with God. And don't deny him, because I will damn sure never deny myself. None of it. None of it. I'll never deny him. I'll never deny myself. And even if it is scary, I'm pretty sure everybody in my world knows that, and I'm glad, because we've put a lot of work into it, and God has really pushed me to be this outspoken person that I am right now. And through all the things that I've done, they were always good intentions, and I'm happy about that. And praise the Lord. If you can say the same, then you don't have any reason to feel offended or struck or feel like you're not up to par. And I really need to feel the same way, because I give everybody else so much patience. I'm so patient with my family, it's ridiculous. They know, but as the scapegoat, they try to act like they don't know. I have so many pictures on Instagram right now. I have so many videos on YouTube at this point right now. And the first people that should have been watching these videos should have been them. The first people liking these videos should have been them. The first subscribers, I don't have any subscribers right now. But the first people to do anything should have been the people that I supported the most. The people that I still support the most, because they know that I do this for them as well. But really, first and foremost, I am doing this for us. Me and the Lord. Because he was the only person that was there for me. People say, you can't just go through this world without trusting people. My trust has definitely been broken. And it's not because I trusted the wrong people. I say were as in past tense. Let me finish the sentence, then we'll go back and say it. They were the cream of the crop, which is why they are in my group to begin with, in my heart, even more importantly, in my soul, right? But I say were because they've openly choose fear over love. And I've never blamed them for that, honestly, because I am the only example of unconditional love that they truly have in their lives, as much as a lot of people like to think otherwise. You really think that your parents love you. You really think that you're protected, by the people around you, and then they show you differently. So I don't blame them, and I think that's what makes them more upset with me, because they feel like they deserve to be hated by me because of the way they've treated me, and of the way that they still decide to treat me by not even dealing with me, but that's just not the way I look at it. And that makes things harder for them, but I pray that it also makes it easier for them, because I want them to tell me the truth, and I want them to live in their truth, and I want us to move past this, because really, don't you think it's time? Like, if you're not tired of this. I'm tired of this, but I've already said that. So I guess I can't really be tired of it. I'm moving forward. It's up to you what you want to do with that. And it's shaky right now, but I've been spouting it from the beginning. God gave me my path. He put it in my head. I laid down and all of a sudden, like, I saw it, and it was beautiful. I can't even tell you what it was. I just knew. I can tell you the colors. I can tell you the sensation, the events that happened afterwards. Like, I've been trained by God, straight up. Every little thing, every single little thing. And if I'm not good at something to the T, that just means that it's not in my path, or it's meant to be learned, because I'm here to learn too, and so is Jesus Christ. So we're all here together. And even though I may be it's cold. Anyway, even though I may be aggressive, I feel like I am aggressive, but I don't mean to be aggressive. I just think that's my fire energy, just straight up coming out as passion. I'm very passionate. So take it as such. Don't be intimidated by the way that I say things. Get with it. Be happy about it. Be happy that someone's saying something that you might want to say to somebody else. And I'm just saying it the way that I would normally say it. Or not even normally say it. I have multiple different sides to me. So, I'm just saying it the way that it is being delivered right now. Spirit is speaking through me. However it is said, it is said. I'm learning through myself right now. The tone will change as the video changes. If I was talking in front of you right now and you could see me, I'd probably be talking a lot softer because I had my hands to be more expressive, but I don't know. Because this is just the way I talk. I am a boss ass bitch. Regardless of whatever else has happened in life. If anything, all of that proves that I'm a boss ass bitch. So yeah, my head hurts. So I'm gonna go to bed now, get set up, and I just want you to know that before I don't even know what to say, so we're gonna cut that off. I feel like Spirit just cut that off in my brain. It's just like, no, don't say that. We're not gonna say that. That's for another time. So we're not gonna say that. But I will say that we need to be more open to ourselves, period. I don't know, excuse me. I feel like it's scarier for other people, and that is why I have to be more compassionate, because darker energies are darker for a reason. And I know when I'm in a darker energy, I don't like hearing people, like, I don't like people telling me that everything's gonna be okay. Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm usually very open to hearing it, but I'm like, all right, I hope so. I guess that's the Sagittarius in me, but I don't know. My brother's a Sagittarius, my mom's a Sagittarius, and I love them. We'll just say that. I was more positive the more I got closer to my light, but my mom she's in her light. She's in her spirituality. She's in God, for sure. I feel like she could be closer to her light, but she's not even on Instagram. She has all these other apps she likes to connect with other people, but she doesn't have Instagram. And I told her, I was like, I would love for you to be a part of it, but since I do tarot, she doesn't want to be a part of it. And beliefs or no beliefs, I really feel like everybody should support their family, but I didn't want to push it. I just sat it there. I haven't called my dad because there's just not any talking to him right now. I haven't called one of my best friends because all of my best friends are also ghosting me as well. And the one I'm talking about may or may not be busy, but I'm gonna just leave that at that. I don't want no pity calls either. It's all right. I understand that things are going down, and I really want you to put yourself first. But the phone does work both ways. If you're feeling like I'm ignoring you because I'm posting more stuff now, because I know that you're watching. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that out. I'm just leave the rest out because I feel like anything else would be useless to be said, and we are only about not wasting our time doing anything. If I'm breathing and staring at a wall, I'm thinking about some beautiful stuff, or I'm putting my mind at peace, so I ain't wasting my time. So, everything that you choose to do, have meaning in it, and look at yourself and think of all the good things that you have going for you. So when you think about the things that you don't like too much about yourself, you'll be able to think about them in a better light, because I see my shadow side as I am. To be honest, I'm the most twisted person I could possibly be, put in a energy of pure love. It's such an interesting concept. I am the yin and the yang. And that's another thing. I complete myself so wholly that I just really don't understand how to be in a relationship anymore. Because how a man gonna take care of me when I have God? But I know my needs and my wants and the way that I see the world. And I know that's why I want my person, because it's not just a person, he is the person. I don't imagine it with anybody else. I tried to change it and it did not work out. I didn't even try to change it physically before I tried to change it mentally. Like, I really tried to figure this out and it just did not work out. I have no idea, But I will say this, if you're listening, watching, whatever, I am not coming back. I am not going to text you. I'm not going to reach out to you. You're going to have to come and find me. And you know where to find me, how to find me, and all the routes to thereof. So when you feel bold enough to do so, I'm going to still keep flirting with you on these videos, though, because it's a part of I really was born to be in love with you. So, and I'm not ashamed to say it. So if anybody that is in my family needed more, what is the word? Recognition or whatever. I don't know how gooey you want me to be, but you don't get any more goo from me unless you say something to me, because I don't know what else to even say. This is me bearing my heart. Like, if I could take my heart out of my chest right now and say something, I would, because that is what I'm doing right now. It's like my heart is just out there. Every time I put something out, I'm putting my heart out there. I'm putting myself out there. I am being vulnerable because I'm calling out to you. And I'm doing it in the face of the Lord, because he trained me to be this today, and I'm happy about it, because I was not going to leave me in it. I like that job. I still like that job, but I can't work for nobody now. I can't work for nobody. I work well with others, but when people get in their little moods and they try to tell you what to do because they're the boss, you better speak correct. I've not ever taken that, and I think growing up in me and Ned's made it seem like I would take that. So each time I had to assert myself and be like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. But in the month that I was working in another job, my energy moves real fast. So shit hit the fan kind of fast too, but it was handled with grace. And I'm really happy about that because people's egos really, it's not even their fault though, it's my energy. The Lord put me there so that we could all learn lessons together. I learned that I do not work in a workplace. I am the workplace. We are the workplace. Dum, 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 dum. All right, now I'm actually leaving because I need to check on my cat's cards, because this person has been saying some things about me, or their energy has been saying things about me. I feel like I know when someone has said certain things about me out loud, or just in their energy, to whom or with what. So I feel like my cat is not happy with me right now, and she's usually like, I will definitely say throughout this whole time, my cat has been my only supporter. I check her cards and she's hooked into my energy. And when she wants to tell me something, like she was really close to me when I was living in my dad's house for a month. Was that a month? July to August. That's like a month and a half. And she knew more about the future than I did, and she's like learning her own lessons too. Very intuitive. However, I've had to leave her behind on the sidelines for a bit. We've all been on the sidelines trying to figure something out, and I do envy the people that are able to go out and do their jobs the way they want to. And so that is why I'm very happy to be able to put my foot forward, because I've been waiting for this for a long time. So anybody out there that's actively hating, I actually thank you, because you are the people that I'm actually trying to talk to. So if you want to hate, I would rather you keep it to yourself, because you and God need to talk that out. But I'm really happy that you're here, and I'm really happy that we're all a part of this together, even if I've not felt like I was a part of anybody. I stand alone. Oh, what is that? Godsmack? I heard that song. I've been hearing that song, so that's a throwback. I stand alone inside. I stand alone. All right, we're done with that. I forgot the rest of the words, because apparently they don't repeat that like I thought they did. Okay, now we're actually done. Sayonara. Goodbye.